This is AVIOT, Atypical Voices in Our Time, the official podcast of Chemistry Productions. That's spelled K3MISTRY Productions, a media education company.
So go a little something like this. That's AVIOT.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is the AVIOT podcast. I am your gracious co-host, Jay Stokes. We also have our other gracious co-hosts, Coya and Jay Random. How's everyone doing today?
I'm doing good. How about you guys?
Yeah, I'm doing good. No complaints. You know how we do.
Anyways, let's get into our first story of tonight. And that is dealing with Mr. T.I. So T.I. just recently hit the news and he's trending on Twitter right now.
Oh,
because he said that he goes to the gynecologist with his daughter every year to check her hymen to make sure that she's still a virgin.
Wow.
I had some very loaded thoughts about this, but I want to get both of y'all's opinion first. Go ahead.
Cool. Coy, go first.
He's her father if that's what he wants to do.
Oh, no.
Dang,
that's it? Drum roll?
Yeah, that's her father. If you want to know what she up to, then check yourself, I guess.
Yeah, well, my thing is this. I didn't know you can actually do that. I thought it was a doctor-patient privilege. So I didn't know parents actually had...
I think because she's a minor... She doesn't
not
really
anymore.
Have,
She's 18 now.
Oh, so it's a wrap. She doesn't have to agree to that anymore. But did you see Planned Parenthood responded to him and said that by checking the hymen, it doesn't necessarily mean if the person is a virgin or not, because certain activities can increase the size of it, like I guess the opening of it. So.
Oh, damn. Yeah, and then it's like, come on, dude, why? Why do you listen? As long as your daughter or your kids in general practice safe sex, that right there should be the most important thing a parent should worry about. Wouldn't you agree? For everyone. Well, Jay, so you don't have any kids, but Coy.
Dang.
Yeah, I just want them to. I want them to be safe. Make wise decisions. But that's about it. I can't control everything that they do. So. But every parent takes a different route. So you know how it is. Like, I don't want nobody telling me what to do with my kids. So I try to stay out of that with people. Like, he's not hurting her. He just wants to know something. So he's taking an extreme measure to find out. But that is her father. So I don't know. Jay Stokes, what would you do if you were a parent?
I actually have a question for you before I answer your question. Would you treat this sex talk differently with your son as opposed to your daughter?
Yeah, I think we do naturally.
And why is that?
As I don't know, society is just a double standard that comes with it. You don't want your daughter to be a hoe, but if your son sleep around, he's not really a hoe. He's just being a boy. So, I mean, I don't necessarily agree with that wholeheartedly, but I definitely don't want my daughter to be a hoe. But if I found out that my son was messing with a lot of girls, I would call him nasty. But, some boys are nasty. A lot of them are. I don't know. Just double standard, I guess.
And I think that double standard runs also because of a woman's ability to have children, and also because the ability of a woman to catch an STI is greater than a guy because of the anatomy. So I think that's another reason why that double standard exists. And I can go all into that. But to answer your question, in terms of what if my daughter was getting around or thinking about having sex? Is that what you're talking about?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, what would you do if you were T.I.? Do you think it's okay for him to go to the doctor and every year and see? What do you feel about that?
I think it's a little invasive to be sitting there with his daughter. It's very intimidating, and she can end up being very wild when she gets older because you have this parent that's on you about something. So naturally, kids are going to want to rebel when they get older and they get out of the house. I really think that the reason T.I. is doing this on a subconscious level, he's talked very dirty about different women in his day. He's treated women wrong. He's dogged them out. So he thinks karma is going to catch up on him. And then his daughter is going to end up turning into the woman that he messed around with back in the day. That's what I think. Also, doing it prior
back in the day.
And now, okay. allegedly. But I think today, when it comes to her being 18, she's off limits. She could do whatever she wants. Prior to 18, she is his responsibility. So he can essentially say what he wants and she has to technically obey it. So when people are saying her body, her choice, no, not necessarily. It is her body.
Not yet.
Yeah, but
Sadly.
if she's living under his household, then she has to abide by certain rules. Unless she wants to get out the house, then she could do whatever she wants.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. But it does sound kind of creepy and weird. Because I'm pretty sure he won't be doing that to his son.
Yeah.
Right. I would like to know how.
Right. If anything, just put her on birth control.
Keep it moving. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just put her on birth control and just pray that she's practicing safe sex. As simple as that. I mean, come on. At the end of the day, so what if he did find out that her hymen is broken? What are you going to do? Put her on punishment? She's 18. I mean, what is he going to do? He's going to spank her? He's done.
Right.
Yeah. Or threaten the person who's responsible.
Yeah.
Right. Then also people have to understand that while they're saying, oh, this girl should be able to do what she wants, they have to recognize she has her own agency and she is allowing T.I. to do this, right? She is allowing him to come into the doctor's office. She can push away. I mean, there might be a verbal altercation or something and he might push back, but she's within her rights to be like, nah, I don't want you there. So the fact that she has allowed him to come in there all those years, you can say it's conditioning or whatever, but that's what she's grown to know. So we have to respect that.
Right.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense, Jay Stokes.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was at when I was like, that's her father. You know, like right now he has a choice. So, yep. Jared, go ahead. You just said, Jay Stokes, you said it better. That's Jared again. Can you edit that out?
We just talked about the show. We just talked about the show about Coya saying my government name. Well, you ain't saying my government name, so that's good.
Yeah.
They know parts. They know bits and pieces. Enough to put a puzzle together.
Yeah, I hear you. But so just creepy to me. And I'm pretty sure he treats his son totally different. Like I said, we'll see if that sex talk ever come out. We find out, what he says to his son.
True. Speaking of treating people differently, has anybody known about this wealth tax that's being proposed by Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren? The wealth tax that's going to happen on like billionaires, people that have, I think, $50 million and above?
No. Can I hear it? Sounds good to me.
So basically, the wealth tax, which Elizabeth Warren is pushing for, it calls for a 2% annual tax on households with a net worth between 50 million and 1 billion, and a 3% annual tax on households with a net worth of over 1 billion. So pretty much saying that people who are the ultra elite and super rich, they're going to have to give some of their net worth back. Like they're going to be taxed on some of their net worth. And that is supposedly supposed to help society grow. It's supposed to help with climate change. It's supposed to help with different marginalized communities so that they can do better. So what do y'all think about that?
Okay, so that's the question real quick. So you said 2 to 3%. That's 2 to 3% more, right?
From what I'm saying, 2-3% more on what?
Okay, 2 or 3% more on what they're being taxed now. Because if it's just 2 or 3%, that's not hurting them. I'm pretty sure we pay more than that. So that's what I'm trying to figure out, is that 2 or 3% on top of whatever they've been taxed already. Because then I could understand.
This thing that I was looking at, it didn't specify that. I'm assuming so. It's going to be.
It's additional. It's additional. That's what you're saying?
I'm assuming.
If that is the case, then I feel like I'm happy. There. Where I need to sign up at.
Okay, so it says it right here.
Okay.
All right, just to clarify, it says it on Elizabeth Warren's website. It says households would pay an annual 2% tax on every dollar of net worth above 50 million and a 3% tax on every dollar of net worth above 1 billion. Does that make more sense?
No.
Come on.
So
I got it.
To me, I just
Coya, can you explain for the slow people in the room?
Yeah, please, by all means, because
no, he ain't gonna get it. I'm done with that part.
No. Also, no. Well, I don't understand because did you say addition? Because I didn't hear that part. Because if it's not additional,
for every dollar over, so say somebody makes 51 million, that extra 1 million, they're gonna add an additional 2% to every dollar.
Key word, you just said it. Additional. That's what I need to know. So now I can answer it. You didn't say additional at first. No, seriously, think about it.
Thank you, Coya. Where's the applause button? We got first.
Well,
So I mean,
I did it myself. I thought y'all heard it.
So I mean, cause think about it. I can't answer your question if I'm gonna say 2-3%. Because if it was just 2 or 3%, I'd be like, the hell with it. That's stupid. Next, but now I know it's additional. Then it's like, okay, but we all know it's not gonna work because they're not gonna win. So, do you really want me to answer this hypothetically speaking question? Because I say it sounds great. There you go. Sounds great.
Well, according to some people in the higher tax bracket, including Bill Gates, they're skeptical about this. Bill Gates actually is quoted as saying, if I had to pay $20 billion, it's fine. But when you say I should pay $100 billion, then I'm starting to do a little math about what I have left over. And he furthermore said, when questioned about whether he would vote for Trump or Warren if Warren wins the Democratic nomination, he said, but I do think no matter what policy someone has in mind, whoever I decide will have to have the more professional approach to the current situation. Probably is the thing I will weigh the most. And I hope that the more professional candidate is an electable candidate. So he didn't answer which one he'd vote for. He just said whoever is more professional. So I'm assuming. Go ahead.
I was gonna say he's voting for Trump. He ain't stupid. Trump is a clear line. I'm gonna keep my money. Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders, I'm gonna take your money. So no, come on, let's be real. I mean, he said it without saying it. He was saying, I do not have a problem if you tax me at this amount. If you tax me at this amount, then how much money am I keeping? Now all of a sudden they want to keep their money. Before, well, I like to hear what Warren Buffett would say, because I know Warren Buffett so far is the only one who's not leaving his kids any money. All of his money, or damn near 99% of it, is going to charity when he passes away. And his kids, they're not getting anything, really.
Wow.
Yeah.
One thing I didn't like in terms of the candidates, I remember Bernie Sanders is actually quoted as saying, I don't believe there should be any such thing as billionaires. What? I'm like, come on, dude. If somebody works hard, I think they deserve to make that much money if they work hard for it.
I agree.
I agree with that.
I agree. Like, you can't stop my growth.
But Bernie Sanders just be gassing some stuff.
He does. He just be talking. You know what? He really talks because he got lips.
Mm-hmm. I like Bernie Sanders. I won't go to that extent, but he does like to gas some things. That's for sure. Free
school for everyone. Shut up. Yeah, right. Happy people don't deserve to go to school now. You don't give it to them for free?
Oh, Lord.
Well, I wouldn't mind the
you
free
get a degree.
School, okay, but that's not gonna really... I don't know about that, actually. I mean, it sounds good, though. Once again, he's good at making stuff sound good. I don't really know.
Talking because he got lips. Talking because he got lips.
And the thing is, I think for people who have never obtained that amount of money, it's harder to weigh in on what they should and should not do, because it's like you haven't obtained that money. I guarantee you, if you had billions of dollars, then you'd probably be singing a different tune as well.
Yeah, I know I would. I listen, I haven't even seen it, but I can tell you one thing. If I worked hard for it, who are you to tell me what I can and can't do with my money? I worked hard for this. It was nightless nights of not sleeping, working ridiculous hours to make this money. And now all of a sudden you come in and say, hey, since you're super rich, I'm going to tax you more. Listen, I don't care if you tax me more, but just make sure that it's really going back to the economy, and make sure that I still have some money left over. Because I didn't work this hard to become a billionaire, and now because of this tax, now I'm a millionaire again.
Oh no!
Really? Shoot, it happens.
True that. Speaking of billions on the line, I wanted to talk about this story with both of y'all. Do either of y'all know who Byron Allen is?
No.
No.
Okay.
And now for a quick commercial break.
Are you a fan of certain trends happening in media today? Do you enjoy popular music, television shows, movies, social networking? Well, in that case, this ad is definitely for you. Chemistry Productions has a segment on its YouTube channel called Ruining Your Faves. There, we look at popular media and we break it down. We look at it on an academic, scholarly level. So if you have a song that you like that's on the Billboard Hot 100, we're going to ruin it. But seriously, definitely check us out, and we're sure to educate and entertain you at the same time. That's K3MISTRY Productions. Check out our YouTube channel. Byron Allen is a black individual. He's a media mogul who actually bought the Weather Channel. So he owns the Weather Channel. He also acquired 11 local TV stations affiliated with CBS, NBC, and ABC.
Okay.
So he's someone that you should know about. Byron Allen.
Shout out to Byron.
There you go, Byron.
He's doing great things. So basically, he's filing a $20 billion lawsuit against, I believe he's currently in a major fight against Comcast and Charter Communications with a $20 billion lawsuit. He claims that these entities are not distributing his networks because he is black. He thinks that racial discrimination is a factor in why they're not distributing his networks. Like, he has offered, I think, a show on pets, a show on criminal justice, and a show on cars to these to Comcast and what's it called, and Charter Communications, but they don't want to pick it up. They're saying these different things as to why they don't want to pick it up, but yet they're allowing white-owned media companies that have not that much like growth, not that much capital. They're not as big as Byron Allen. They're allowing those companies to showcase their shows on their networks. So he's upset about that. I wanted you to weigh in on that before I go into more detail, because there's more to this story.
Cool.
Well, let's see. I'm not that surprised if that is the case. Yeah, they could be hating on him, but like you said, now it's more to the story, so I'm not really sure. But you know how it goes. Like, black people just have to work 20 times harder to get anything that they want. So, like, I'm not surprised or anything. And hopefully he could get some more money. Hopefully he could sue them and have a good case out. I don't know. So what else happened? What's the plot twist? Is there one?
All right. So Allen's fight against Comcast started in 2015. So this has been an ongoing battle. And now it's being brought to the Supreme Court. In the past, the NAACP and Al Sharpton were originally co-defendants in the lawsuit for allegedly making moves to whitewash Comcast's discriminatory business practices, meaning they were on Comcast's side in this lawsuit, in this case. And the reason why is because Comcast was giving money to the Urban League, to the NAACP, and to Al Sharpton's network. And so they were co-defendants taking up for Comcast in this.
I'm not surprised.
And so basically in 2010, Comcast was trying to acquire NBC Universal. And that's when they started throwing money. Allegedly, they started throwing money to these different black organizations. And Byron Allen said these donations were just made as a cover-up to make it seem like they're not racist.
Right.
So that's what happened there. Right. So now, since it's being brought to the Supreme Court, right, because Byron Allen actually won, when he went to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, they actually let the case go forward, and they said that Byron Allen needed to plausibly allege that discrimination was simply a factor, like discrimination based on race was simply a factor as to why Comcast would not distribute his television shows. But they said it didn't have to be the absolute cause. It just had to be a factor. Okay? Are y'all following me so far?
Yeah, but how can he prove that?
Yep.
Okay. So he's busy trying to prove this, but now since it's moved to the Supreme Court, Byron Allen actually is afraid, and this is where it applies to all black people now. He's afraid that if he doesn't win this suit, it's going to violate the Civil Rights Act of 1866, which stated that blacks cannot be discriminated against when drawing up or enforcing contracts. So basically, if he doesn't win the Supreme Court, if he doesn't win this Supreme Court battle, it's pretty much going to say that if people feel that race is a factor as to why we can't do big business with different networks and stuff, we have to prove 100% that it's discrimination based on race in order to win any lawsuit. So that's why it's a big deal. Did that make sense? Or you want me
No,
to
it
explain
didn't make sense. No, it made sense. So my thing is this though, but he can't pull out now. I mean, he can't back out. So
He's not going to. He went to the Breakfast Club. I haven't watched that interview, as you know my feelings about the Breakfast Club, but sometimes they have good interviews.
I love the Breakfast Club sometimes, most of the time.
Sometimes they have good interviews, yes. When they have good interviewees, I should say. So
some
he
of the
went on the
people.
Breakfast Club. He went to the Griot. He actually owns the Griot. So the Griot is black owned. For those of you out there who don't know, the Griot it talks about black issues and it's black owned, unlike BET. So it's he went there and I listened to both of those interviews. They're over an hour long each. So I had to do a lot of research on this. And he's fighting. He said at this point it is about like trying to fight for black people. He identifies as African American. As you see, he's black. Like he can't even escape that. And he doesn't believe this is right. And he said, when it comes to civil rights issues, they always say we are going to protect minorities, but he wants to get away from that term because he's like, a minority, you could be a woman and be considered a minority. You could be gay and be considered a minority, but they always give money to those groups, but they always ignore black groups like African Americans. So he wants to get away from that and just focus on helping African Americans. Okay.
Well, hey, listen, more power to him. Good luck with his case, because you're right. When it's all said and done, if he loses this case, it's just going to open up Pandora's box. And the sad part is that shouldn't even be the reason why he needs to win this case. You know, that alone just sounds, the law within itself sometimes just needs to be updated, because him winning or losing should not change the law back in 18. You said what again?
1866.
66. Like, that's not fair. Like, damn, this shit, like, any type of case, win or lose, it should really be about that case only, you know? So we'll see. So the case is going on, right? So when will we find out? Like,
the Supreme Court hearing, I believe, is on November 13th.
Okay, so that's just. Oh wait, November 13th. Okay.
I should.
That's a Wednesday.
Go there. Yeah, I should go there and see what's up.
I take the day off now. Just joking.
Shit, you're in the building already. Well, you already in DC. So.
Yeah. You should.
Right there, go check it out. I know there's going to be a lot of camera. It's going to be huge. I know it.
Whoa, man. You know, I'm going to pay. You know what? You and I, the three of us, we should definitely talk. Wait, problem is, our next show is next week, the 13th, but it's not like they're going to give a verdict yet. So we just pay attention to it.
Yeah, they'll give the initial talk about what's going on.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right.
Yeah, so those are pretty much the big news stories I wanted to highlight today and get your opinions on. Does anybody have anything else to add?
No, I'm kind of. Hey, did anybody? You know what? Coya. So I actually looked at the comedy show you were talking about last week.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yes, I watched it too. Dion Cole.
Yes, funny.
Oh, did you guys like it?
Yeah, funny.
Good. It cracked me up.
I thought about the same part what he said when he was like, "Oh, I need a joint. Oh, thank you, God, for giving me this joint." Like, I ain't had nothing to do with that.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he didn't have a lighter. He said, "The devil is a lie."
No. That was funny. No.
I do it all the time.
I think we all do.
Thank God for little stuff like that. Parking spot.
Don't let me get a parking spot right in front of the club so I don't got to walk that far on my hills. I'm like, won't he do it? I'm just so excited, guys.
Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Nah, what had me cracking up when he went and put the microphone to the white dude in the crowd, he said, "Do you know who he is?" And he was like,
that was so funny.
He's like, "He is God."
Yeah, I definitely seen that. Nah.
Yeah.
But what's up?
Oh, go ahead.
No, go.
I was gonna say, speaking of parking lots, we can't leave without talking about this crazy Chick-fil-A stuff that's happening. People fighting in the parking lots, people getting killed over a chicken sandwich. Oh no. Over a chicken sandwich. Really?
Yeah, no. It's pretty sad. You know what? We just look, seriously, sad but true. We as a whole, as a black community, we're looking real bad now. And it's sad because it has nothing to do with the three of us or people that we affiliate with, because we don't hang out with people that that's going to kill someone over chicken. But it's just sad because it's on the news. It's
quick. I said Chick-fil-A. I meant Popeyes. I just got a text from the ghost in the room. I got a text from the ghost in the room.
Okay,
Popeyes.
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
Yeah, you know, and at the end of the day, I feel like this. I had a chicken sandwich already. I'm pretty sure you guys had it. It was just a chicken sandwich. Like
it tastes good though.
Good.
It's good, but it's like
we both agreed on that, right?
It's good, but I do like Chick-fil-A's better.
And honey.
No, but it's so funny. I do like Chick-fil-A's better. I don't know why.
Because you just like to be anti.
Sauce.
No, you know who really has a good chicken sandwich? Is it Checkers in New York, Coya?
Checkers, yeah, there's Checkers in New York.
Checkers right off of exit. Checkers have good chicken sandwiches.
Checkers is low key blazing though. Those fries are seasoned with love. I ain't even gonna act like they're not.
That chicken, they have a thorough spicy chicken sandwich. So I mean,
it's cheap too. It's kind of like Gary. It's so good because it's cheap, but it's seasoned well.
Exactly. Everything they make. Everything they make.
Sponsor us, Checkers.
There you go.
He said something nice for once.
Oh my goodness, that'll be a dope sponsor. Checkers? What?
I know. Yeah. No. So Jay Stokes, I think it's sad, how we acting, and it's also sad how people are actually recording it. No one's really stepping up to the plate, like, hey, stop the recording. Let's just handle this. Nobody
steps up anytime, anywhere anymore. You could be bleeding to death. Somebody's gonna record you. They're not gonna call 911. Not initially.
Sad? I know. That's sad. But so I wonder how. I'm sorry, go.
Oh no, I was saying. So they're gonna record them acting a fool behind some chicken.
Yeah,
something to do is for humor. People don't care. They'll just throw you out there. Bro.
I'm dying to see how Popeye's gonna react to this. Are they gonna come out with a statement? Like what are they gonna do? Because this is
nothing but keep pumping out them sandwiches. That line didn't stop nobody.
Yo, so where in Bridgeport? I don't see lines. It's empty at Popeyes.
I need to come to Bridgeport then.
The first 2 days in Stanford, it was crowded, but after that,
people over.
It was quick. Yeah, I got it before it was popping.
Yo, I didn't
right up the street. So.
Yo, I didn't even know. I didn't even know it came back out. Wait a minute, time out. Is it Popeyes in Stanford?
Mm-hmm.
Where?
Right on West Main Street.
Stop playing.
Yeah.
Damn, I know KFC got to be sad. That's like
I ain't gonna lie.
That's the only chicken place.
Yeah, they're a little shook right now, probably. But, KFC got them loyal people though. Some people just really love that soggy ass chicken. I'm not gonna lie though, it's kind of good. I had it the other day for the first time in this summer for the first time in years. Because you used to live near there, you don't want it. It was good. It's a little soggy though.
It is soggy.
You ever had the baked chicken from KFC?
What?
No, I don't want
that.
No, it's good. It's good. Trust me.
Over there for that.
We definitely gonna get a deep fried chicken.
It's good.
I can make chicken at the crib. I ain't trying to eat no KFC baked chicken.
Big chicken. Yes.
Yeah.
I do like.
I'm not gonna lie. Me and the ghost in my apartment, we did make a reaction video to eating the Popeyes chicken.
Oh, that is sad. That is sad.
Love. I'm never gonna post it anywhere. We just kept it to ourselves.
Oh, that's funny and cute. Okay.
So we tried the regular and the. Yeah. The spicy one's better than the regular though.
Oh, spicy one's real good. I ain't gonna lie. Mm-hmm. Now I think about it, that spicy one is good.
Spicy one.
Oh, the spicy one's
good. One's good.
It is real good, but it ain't better than Checkers.
I haven't tried Checkers yet, so I don't know.
Next time you're around here, Checkers.
Yo, whenever they do the chicken battle, people believe.
They have Checkers near you somewhere because I had it when I was on my way to something. I don't know. There's one near you though, somewhere.
Okay.
You live near DC, right?
Me and DC. We have, I think, Churches. I think we have Checkers, but I also think we have Churches. I know Churches was in Philly. When I lived in Philly, it was there.
Never had that. Okay.
In the chicken battle, though, people be leaving out Churches. Like, Churches is bomb. Like, people, Churches is
Put
nice.
some respect on it.
Put some
Okay.
respect on
Nice.
it. Listen,
I gotta try it. It's nice.
listen, Popeyes got them
Try it.
dry biscuits, but they taste good.
Yeah, them bitches only good. They're only good when they come out. 'Cause don't let it get cold. Forget it.
Oh no.
You can bust somebody in the head with it once it get cold.
What? Don't listen. It's cold.
The air does something to them things.
Yeah, you gotta eat it like 2 seconds after you get it. Just put the honey on it, open it up, eat it.
Not
Eat your chicken later. Eat your chicken later. The timer starts as soon as they give it to you.
No biscuits. No biscuits. No biscuits are competing with Red Lobster though. Red Lobster joints.
You ain't lying.
I lost got the game on Smash.
Oh, Smash. Red Lobster's so smart. They put that shit in the supermarket.
Mm-hmm.
And it tastes just like it too.
Did. It does. If you follow the directions exactly,
Right?
those things
Yeah.
hitting.
What?
Yeah,
and guess what?
Doing.
And guess what? The funny thing is, you still go to Red Lobster the next day and get a salad with that. I know I would.
Oh yeah.
Salad, the croutons.
Yesterday ain't got nothing to do with today.
You ain't lying. Man, that's funny. No, you're right. But people gotta stop bugging out over chicken, especially, come on. It's just sad. We look real crazy right out here. Messing up cars and killing people over some damn chicken.
And those be the same people, how we were on last week's show talking about Kanye and how everybody's calling him a coon. Those be the same people calling him a coon. Yeah, look how they act.
I know.
Like coons.
Coons. Crazy coons. It's just chicken, man. Go home.
They got rabies.
I know.
Yeah.
My Lord.
It's not that serious, but.
No, not at all. Anyways, with that being said, it's been a good show tonight, guys and gals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Till next time. Y'all were great.
Hey, yo.
So were you
have a good one.
Stokes, Jay Random? You guys too.
Hey, y'all have a good one. All right. Peace.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Peace.
So go a little something like this. That's AVIOT.